Guys, so we are going to finish the week with the pressure passing, all right? So let's get right into it, all right? So my partner is going to be in a seated position, okay? So guys, a lot of times when I'm playing against somebody that's in a seated position, a strategy that a lot of people do is they find a way to cut across, and then they find a way to push the person onto their back. And then once the person on the back, they look to pass the guard like this, right? This is one big strategy that a lot of people employ. Another strategy, guys, is to kind of test the waters, okay? Meaning test the waters, I'm putting my foot inside. When I put my foot inside, I'm going to see which category is my partner going to take. So category number one, he's going to cut to the side and go for like takedowns, single legs, and wrestle up, right? And this is going to be category number one. Okay, category number two is as I step in, he goes to his back and he goes to the reverse delihiva, whatever. And category number three, he goes to shin. Okay, so I treat them all differently, but then you kind of know what kind of style and game they play. Okay, so a lot of times this is a very good opening play for me. Now, when I step in, guys, I can't step in without a hand because then he's going to be able to connect his chest to my knee, and now it's going to make me countering this much harder. So the way I'm going to step in, guys, is going to be with a thumb post. So I'm going to bring my thumb right into his shoulder, and I'm going to step my foot right in the center. So now, for example, if he was to wrestle up with me, this is going to turn into an underhook, all right? If he starts to go towards his back, okay, I can look to connect, and I can look to start to pass various ways. This just depends on your style. Or if he's looking for shin to shin, which is what we're going to do today, I'm going to have space to put my knee onto the floor. So as I step in with a thumb post, he's going to go shin to shin. Right away, I'm going to lower my base, and my knee is going to go over his hip. As it goes over his hip, I'm still in danger as of this point, right? And a lot of times, they're still going to grab here. And now, if Felix does a frame on my lat and uses this hook in his frame to push me over to my left, he can still set up his leg attacks, same as he wanted all along, right? So for that reason, I have to free my toe ASAP. So as I'm stepping in, he goes shin to shin. I'm going over the top. Look, I have to use my foot to clear my toes on the inside. Once my toes are on the inside, guys, now I'm safe. From here, guys, it's very important that we look at a major detail. If my leg is like this, parallel to his body, he can slip his elbow on the inside, and this leg, since it's coiled up, he's going to be able to free his leg and re-guard. So what I need to do is, I need to turn my knee into his hip pocket, and I need to flare my ankle just like this. Okay, once his leg is straightened, it's going to be weaker, and it's an extended limb. Now he lost the use of the space right over here, so it's going to be harder for him to defend. Now, everything after this is going to involve this hip, okay? If my weight is too far to my right, his left, he's going to be able to easily sweep me with that butterfly hook. So what I need to do, guys, is I need to be in the same line as Felix, and I need to put my weight over this hip, okay? If this hip is flat, elevate this hip, elevate this hook. It's going to be very hard. I'm going to be very heavy. So if my weight is here, I'm going to go flying. So I want to be putting my weight over here. Obviously, I can't put too much weight here because then I'm going to lose that connection, and then he's going to take that leg out. So it's a fine line of where your weight is distributed, right? Once my weight is distributed properly, I'm going to find my cross face, and now I'm going to look to pass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my heel to my butt, and then now I'm going to do a quick hip switch towards his head. The only issue from here, guys, is that there's going to be a space right over here, all right? So I'm going to need to use my hand to replace that space so that he can't regard. Try to regard, Felix. Boom. I'm going to follow, bring my knee into that spot, and then I find my underhook, okay? So stay patient there. Don't turn too quickly thinking you got side control because then they can regard in the very last second, okay? So one more time. So I'm here, all right? I'm low, nice and low. Thumb post, foot. He puts his foot. Right away, I'm going to cut across, and I'm going to load myself over both of his legs. I'm going to clear my first one. I'm going to adjust my leg, and then now, look, I need to flatten this hip pocket. If I'm too much here, again, he's going to be really strong. He's going to be able to look to elevate me. So I want to put my weight and make this hip as flat as I can. All right? From here, he's going to be blocking me. I'm going to circle my hand on the inside. I'm going to connect to my crossface. All right? This hand, I can do a gable grip or I can balance, either or. Now look, Gustav. I'm going to bring my heel to my butt, and as I bring my heel to my butt, I'm going to do a quick hip switch towards his head. Now, before I turn around, block the hip pocket. Sometimes I can ride like diagonal here, bring my knees in, and as soon as my knees are in, then I can go back to my crossface, back to the original position. Okay? Last time. All right? Looks just like that, guys, all right? Any quick questions before we group up? You're on camera, so make sure it's a good one. Nothing, Dragon? We're good? Let's go, guys. 1, 2. give it a shine. Guys, so for a moment and for a few others, all right? When I have Felix here, guys, it's a fine line. I'm kind of pressuring and balancing on my partner. So the end game, or sorry, the mid game looks like this. Look, this knee is on the floor, this foot is open, and this foot is here. Listen, look, if my leg is like this, my weight and my hip is going to be back. I'm going to be losing my balance. So what I'm going to do is I actually want to have my foot pointing towards his body. And look how I'm putting my weight into the hook. So here I'm kind of balancing on him. So Felix, move around a little bit. He's kind of squashed, all right? He's without even me using my upper body at all. So now when I can connect my cross face, now is going to be even worse for him. And for sure, I can pull him in. For sure, I'm going to be doing this. For sure, I'm looking for my underhook. I can do a lot of different things, okay? The pass, guys, looks like this. Look, Chris. Heel to butt, and then I'm going to do a hip switch towards his face, all right? So I end up like this in this like kesegatami position, all right? So guys, now, sometimes when people do this move on me, all right, they're here, he steps in with a thumb post, okay, I'm going shin to shin, he goes over, look, Russ, my leg is here, sometimes punch. If they stay here too long, and if there's no connection of the upper body, a lot of times I like to go for a shoulder punch from here, and now I'm going to use my elbow underneath his neck, and now look, my right leg is now going to be elevated, and now I can look to sweep him over, and I can look to come to the top, all right? So if the person is a little bit complacent there, you can look to counter them, okay? So now we're going to look what happens when they do that to us, all right? So again, I'm here, I'm on my stance, thumb post, foot, there's a gap there. Now look, I'm going over here, and now Henry, I'm not going for the cross face yet. I'm looking to clear my foot first, all right? I'm looking to smash the hip first. Now I'm going to look for that, all right? But before that happens, my partner is now going to steal shoulder crunch on me, all right? Guys, I have to respect this, all right? They can crunch this knee, they can shift the knee. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my hand open, I'm going to walk my fingers up, and I'm going to bring my head over his head, like this. So when his elbows are lower, they're going to be strong. So I'm going to raise his elbows up. And then I'm going to push his tricep across his neck, and then I'm going to go back down, and I'm going to turn his shoulder crunch into my arm triangle. Guys, from here you have a variety of options. You can do the same move, okay, or I can lift my hip up, and I can drive my knee across his belly button into a knee cut. I'm going to pummel my leg outside, and then right away, I'm going to bring my knee right onto his belly. I'm going to stay nice and low, look at him, and then I'm going to look to bring my shoulder right into his neck and finish with the arm triangle, all right? We're not going to go over the arm triangle mechanics for this class. This class is for passing. If you know how to finish it, finish it. If not, just use the arm triangle as a pass. A big category of guard passing involves using submissions to pass the guard. So for now, just be happy with the guard pass, all right? So again, I'm here, I'm moving around, thumb post, I step in, he goes shin on shin. So right away, I'm clearing my toes, he's looking for the shoulder crunch. I gotta go high right away, all right? As I'm going high, I'm gonna push this across, then I go back down. Guys, I can still do the first move. I can still do that first move. Now I'm gonna use my knee to pull his hip to the outside, and then now I'm gonna look to bring my knee onto his belly, knees on the floor, windshield wipe to the correct side. I can do that, or I can cut across the right away. All right. So he's here, looks to lift, knee goes across his belly, take my toe out, and knee goes onto the hip right away, so it's harder for him to regard. And then I can look to finish the arm triangle. Sometimes you're going to turn away, so you turn in the back take. It's going to be a lot of different things that are going to happen from there. All right, guys. Any last questions before we start rolling? We're good to go. Cool, guys. 1, 2. All right.